So, the ego strength is what we call care. The ego strength associated with the achievement of generativity is care. Care is a widening commitment to take care of the persons, the products, and the ideas of one has learned to care for. So, care is, for example, is yung mga tao sa charity, yung mga naga-charity work. So, 'di ba? They dedicate their time, their effort to take care of someone or to take care of children na hindi naman nila kaano-ano or sa mga matatanda like sa home for the aged. Like, inaalagaan nila yung mga matatanda, binabigyan ng mga needs nila. And also, one of the great example is our parents. If magtanda na yung mga parents natin, 'di ba? We tend to take care of them kasi mahal natin sila. And as the crisis of generativity versus stagnation is resolved in a positive direction, adults find new energy and innovative ways to express their capacity for care. Pag na-reach na natin or na-resolve na ang conflict between the crisis between generativity versus stagnation is nagkakaroon ng positive directions wherein adults find new energy and more innovative way to express their capacity to take care of a person or product or another ideas. So let's proceed to rejectivity. Rejectivity refers to an unwillingness to embrace certain individuals, groups, or ideas within one circle of care. At an extreme level, it involves viewing these perceived threats as appropriate target for hostility, even annihilation. So, pag ang isang individual daw is mayroong strong caring desire, so they tend to they tend to reject anything that appears to threaten them, which lead to hostility and aggression, and is related to pseudospeciation. So, pseudospeciation is the process which involves defining other groups as fundamentally different and dangerous, leading to dehumanization and conflict. So, parang gina-perceive nila ang isang bagay na dangerous or nakakasama sa mga gina-care nila, sa mga bagay na iniingatan nila, or sa mga ideas na ginaingatan nila. So, rejectivity, when this happens, it can lead to societal stagnation, meaning that societies stop progressing or developing. This is because the groups that are powerful enough to reject or exclude others can dominate or even eliminate those who are less powerful. This creates an imbalance and prevents society from moving forward as a whole. Let's proceed to the discrimination in workplace. So there are three types of discrimination in workplace. And number one is sex discrimination, race discrimination, and age discrimination. Sex discrimination involves treating someone unfavorably because of their sex. This can occur in various forms or maapektuhan din ang kanilang promotion, pay, or magli-lead din ng sexual harassment. So, ang isang babae is nag-work sa isang company. So, may tendency or much more likely na ang isang babae is ma-discriminate siya because she is a woman. Kasi babae daw sila. and they can't do the job na ginagawa ng isang lalaki, which is hindi naman talaga totoo. And dito, naapektuhan ang kanilang promotion. When an employee is denied a promotion due to their sex, like for example, si Jane, a highly qualified female employee, is consistently overlooked for promotions in favor of her male colleagues despite having better performance reviews and more experience. So, sinasabi ko kanina, more likely na pag babae siya, even though she is more qualified than the other men in that league, at kasi nga merong discrimination sa workplace nila, more likely na hindi siya mapapromote even though she is more qualified than the others. Another thing is pay. When there is disparity in pay between employee of different sexes for same work. Like for example, si John and si Mary work in the same role with identical responsibility. So pareho lang sila ng responsibilidad. So dahil nga si John is lalaki and si Mary is babae, and they visualize Mary as being mahinhin, she were more likely na magkakaroon ng mas low na payment, and John has a higher payment. Kasi meron ngang discrimination sa workplace nila. And another thing is sexual harassment. So, dahil nga daw si Mary ay isang babae, they tend to be harassed, or they may accept unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal or physical harassment of a sexual nature. Like, for example, sabihin ng boss nila, like yung boss nila is lalaki, sabihin ng boss nila is, ipapromote kita, basta makipagganto ka sa akin. So, diba, it is what we call sexual harassment kasi may favor na ginahingi ang boss nila para i-promote niya si Mary. Ganun. So, let's move on to race discrimination. Race discrimination involves treating someone unfavorably because of their race or characteristic associated with race. So, like for example, diba sa Amerika, like yung mga black people at yung mga white people, they are parang gina-separate sila because of their race. Like, kasi gina-perceive nila na pag black ka daw is ka, pag white ka is mabait ka. Ganyan. So, which affects their, even though these black people is mas maganda yung performance nila kaysa sa mga white people, may tendency na ang white people pa rin ang papaboran ng kanilang boss kasi nga white sila. And because of their race, yung mga black people is makakatanggap ng hindi naman ganun kaaya-ayang pay and hindi naman nila deserve na pay. And they are all treated differently by their colleagues or the other people kasi they are black or because of their race. So, lastly is the age discrimination. Age discrimination involves treating someone unfavorably because of their age. So, when an individual is treated differently based on their age, is, halimbawa, even though alam talaga na, halimbawa, si Mr. Like si Kit is, halimbawa, 40 plus na siya or 50 something, 50 plus years old na siya. Pero feeling, in his point of view, alam niya na malakas pa talaga siya, like kaya niya pa magbuhat ng mabibigat na mga bagay, and he can still work properly. And wala siyang iniindang sakit kasi healthy living siya. And then, this another one is si Mr. Roda. He is a 30 years old individual. So, both of them nag-apply sa isang work. So, mas may tendency, because of the discrimination na iniisip ng iba na pag matanda ka na is hindi mo na talaga kaya, hindi mo na kaya mag-work or hindi mo na kaya gawin ang ganitong bagay kasi matanda ka na. So, mas may tendency na ang magiging, ang ma-employ is si Mr. Roda kasi mas bata siya kesa kay Kit. Ganon. So, because the employer believes older workers are less capable of adapting to new technologies. So, ganun din, kasi nga old na siya, sabihin parang hindi niya na kaya mag-adapt kasi mas innovative na yung technology ngayon, may mga bagong gi-invent na mga gamit. Parang isip ng employer nila na hindi kayang sumabay ni Kit sa kung ano ang uso sa ngayong araw or sa ngayong panahon. So, disparities in income and occupational structure. Discrimination exists when two people doing the same job are paid substantially different wages. So, pwede rin na ang discrimination sa workplace is like pareho kayo ng ginagawa, both of you is doing the same thing or doing the same work. Pero ang isa sa inyo ay nakakatanggap ng hindi ganoon kaaya-ayang pay or sweldo. Na ang isa mas malaki ang sahod niya kaysa sa isa. So, how discrimination perpetuates itself. Employers, supervisors, and others in positions of power typically establish a normative profile for their employees and judge each new employee against it. In some work settings, the judgment about competence is equated with willingness to dedicate long hours to the job, be available at a moment's notice, and keep one's cell phone on at all times, including evenings and weekends. So, some employers and supervisors na dinadiscriminate ang ibang tao is ang kanyang mga employee is they tend to give more and more tasks, which includes na maging available sila sa moment of notice. Kahit halimbawa, day off niya ngayon, pero dapat available pa rin siya kasi, di ba nga, gusto nila na ma-promote or ginadiscriminate man sila ng nila, so hindi sila ganun ka ma-promote talaga, pero because they are makita ng employer nila na they are desperate enough para ma-promote, ginabigyan nila yung mga employees nila ng maraming workload, which is hindi naman makatarungan para sa kanila. And it involves be available at a moment's notice and keep one's cell phone on at all times, including evenings and weekends.